Video footage has been circulated in social media, showing Ukrainian airstrike on a bridge over Konka River in Russian-held Kherson region in southern Ukraine. The bridge is in fumes following the Ukrainian strike. The attack on the bridge seems to be aimed at disrupting Russian logistic movements over the river that had been used to transport military equipment. The attack comes amid Russians' attempts to conduct offensive actions in the direction of Dnieper from the side of Oleshki city, Telegram channels reported. It should be noted that Ukraine has been attacking Russian key infrastructure facilities since the start of the full-fledged invasion in 2022. Ukraine has stepped up attacks on Russia recently, striking Russian military facilities, oil and industry infrastructure. The latest of such strikes was launched on Mulino military training ground in Russia's Nizhny Novgorod region. Ukrainian kamikaze drones also struck an oil refinery in the city of Tuapse in Russia's Krasnodar region on the night leading to March 14.
North Korean troops have played a pivotal role in Russia's recent advances against Ukrainian forces in the Kursk region. Kiev has assessed a move aimed at cutting off logistical supplies and isolating Ukrainian soldiers. DPRK units' participation in the latest Russian counter-offensive comes after Pyongyang reportedly deployed thousands more soldiers to the region to reinforce its troops after suffering casualties. Sergei Grabsky, a retired colonel of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a military expert, said that North Korean troops may enter Sumy province. It is very difficult to predict the actions of the Russians, because if you remember back in September, General Budanov noted that, given the level of casualties, the Russians should have stopped their advance in Donbass. But they are ignoring this, he said. He said the following regarding whether North Korean soldiers fighting in Russia's Kursk region would be able to enter the Sumy region. They can certainly enter. There is no clear marking on the border that this is Russia and this is Ukraine. They are carrying out combat missions. Moreover, the advance in the Novenkoi area looks like the execution of a combat mission with the aim of cutting off the main logistical highway. Recall, Russian forces are attempting to create an active fighting zone in Ukraine's northeastern region of Sumy across the border from Russia's Kursk region. We have recorded that in the direction of Novenke, the enemy is still trying to create a zone of active hostilities on the territory of Ukraine, trying to gain a foothold there. Border Guard spokesman Andriy Demchenko told Ukrainian national television. These are small assault groups, but such groups of several people are trying to enter our territory to accumulate and to later move deeper into the territory of Ukraine, including most likely to cut off logistical routes. Border guards were repelling the attacks using artillery and other means to prevent accumulation of forces and any expansion of the zone of active hostilities, Demchenko said. The Russian efforts indicate that Moscow does not want to halt its counteroffensive at the national border should it manage to recapture the rest of the shrinking Ukrainian pocket around the village of Sudza. Moscow's forces are making heavy use of fiber optic drones in Kursk, small craft that are coordinated by a thin, high-speed cable which is resistant to electronic jamming, according to a soldier who spoke to Ukraine's Suspiln public broadcaster. The situation is not developing in our favor, they added.
Military expert and director of development at the media and consulting company Defense Express, Valery Ryabik, explained what alternatives Ukraine has to ATACMS missiles. Of course, in these turbulent times, many reports emerge citing unspecified sources. There's a number being mentioned, 40 ATACMS missiles, supposedly. Could they have run out? Possibly. Is this good or bad? I'd say it's actually a positive sign. First, it sends an informational message, including to the Russians, especially amid Witkov's visit, saying, they're gone now, but what happens next depends on you. On the other hand, what does this mean for Ukraine? It means that as we develop more of our own capabilities, the restrictions only free our hands, particularly if US efforts don't achieve their intended goals, he said on Espresso TV. Ryabik emphasized that Ukraine's primary task remains to defend against aggression, weaken Russia's military potential, and create conditions for achieving its strategic goals. According to him, Ukraine now has a growing arsenal of tools to accomplish this, offering a much broader range of capabilities than before. In the past, we had very few options, essentially only the Neptune missile, which could conditionally be considered a similar capability, along with the Soviet-era Tochka missiles. Now, we have a wide range of strike drone systems with varying operational ranges, including those that can confidently operate at distances of up to 2,000 kilometers. This also includes so-called missile drones, essentially small-class cruise missiles, with an entire lineup featuring different capabilities and customization options for specific targets. Moreover, when it comes to unmanned systems, we are talking about both classic fixed-wing UAVs with rotary engines and those with jet engines, offering entirely new possibilities, the military expert explained. He noted that thanks to new technological advancements, Ukraine has made significant progress in the field of weaponry. Take, for example, the Trembeda missile, which was recently showcased at the Defense Innovation Forum in Kiev. While conceptually similar to Germany's V-1 from the 1940s, it represents a new technological stage. This system allows for rapid scaling and comes at a low cost. Each basic missile costs just a few $1,000s. All of this is the result of Ukraine's evolving technological capabilities. So, despite the losses, we also have substantial gains. Even under the current circumstances, Ukraine retains its agency and is emerging as a regional player. What's more, Ukraine has taken on new significance for Europe. And, most importantly, Europe has now realized it, Ryabik concluded.